Walt says I'm not here yet. I have to show him where we are. Because look, I'm joined by a small one. Tell them your name. Can you tell them your name?
Yeah.
What?
Walt.
Walt. And Walt is here from where do you live? Do you know? Can you say he's St. Louis? Can you tell him how old?
America.
You live in America. Missouri.
Missouri.
Yeah. And you are how old? Do you know?
What does that mean?
How old are you?
5.
Okay. Can you tell him your favorite team?
The Stars, like a star.
Okay. So Walt right now he's got some jobs for me this morning while I show you the other things. First, see this card? Super cute. His job is to put stars on the card. How's he doing? His other job is to put candy in my bucket. See that? That's a lot of candy. He's going to put candy in there for me. Do you want to put one more star on and then work on the candy? And I'm going to show you the stars come from paper pumpkin. I've got this paper pumpkin over here we're working on. We're making these adorable little, all of these. We're making them for your friends and putting candy in them, aren't we? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me show you what I have here. First of all, my friends from because I have funny friends. Like, we have on our Halloween shirts. Walt's shirt says trick or treat, and he's got on orange striped pants. I have this funny mug that a friend got me. I've got my trick or treat shirt on because it's Halloween's next week. And then the best part about my cup is at the bottom it says, I just have water this morning. But it's funny. Okay, you put the candy in this while I talk. Okay. Be quiet with the candy, though. So what I did was, I loved this little Bewitching with the Halloween hats. Super cute, the witches' hats. I've seen people make these into elf hats, too. It's really cute. What I've done with it so far is I've done this, which is our treat envelope. This holds chocolate. See, chocolate fits. It holds a Ghirardelli square too, which is fantastic. That's my favorite chocolate. Then I did this. This is the floating circle with the washi tape. And I'm going to show you how I did that. And then I did a different hat. And I'm going to show you how I did that. Oh, he's got to get off from his chair. He dropped candy. Whoa.
Yeah, dropped candy.
So this morning we made... Well, what color pancakes did we make this morning?
Orange.
Orange. Orange pancakes. And why did we make orange pancakes?
Because Ingrid wanted to.
Because Ingrid wanted to. But it's Halloween. All right. So, oh, there it is. I mean, it could be one of those mornings. Maybe not. So I took a piece of window sheet. And he's about got this thing filled with candy. I took my washi tape. Look at that sparkle. It just makes me happy. And so you take the washi tape and put it across the window sheet. And the window sheet, I've got my white piece of paper behind here because I think you can see it a little better. Good morning, Teresa. If you wonder what the noise is, Walt is very efficiently putting candy in my trick-or-treat basket because it's almost Halloween. What are you dressing up as this year, dude?
A police.
A police guy. Okay. They had a trunk or treat last week, and what were you for the trunk or treat?
A football.
No, you were a ghost.
Oh.
So I want this punch to fit. So I've got enough washi tape on there for the punch. So I'm going to punch this out. Oh, come on. Sometimes this window sheet doesn't love a punch, and you have to use a die cut machine. So let me go grab the die cut. It's right here.
Oh.
And you can see Walt. And the candy. How you doing there, dude?
Good.
Is it all gonna fit?
No. Don't think so.
Should you eat a piece?
Probably. Yeah, I should eat a piece.
Did you overflow it just so you could eat a piece?
No.
Okay, that was a brief intermission while I went and got my dies. And you got to see the candy man.
This is not for candy.
It's not for candy? Okay, so now I'm going to use, I've switched
I need
over.
a bigger thing.
You need a bigger thing? Are you going to need to taste one?
Yeah.
Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think it all fit. But I think it all fit with that one piece. Right? And then I moved it way up high. I moved it way up high because your sister's crazy about candy, isn't she?
Yeah.
So I've got the mini boss here. Let me flip this camera so you don't have to see Walt eat his chocolate. So I'm going to run this through. And I just used my circle dies. I've obviously had these for a while. Same ones in the catalog. I just have different packaging. I forgot, it's been a while since I did this. I forgot that it just doesn't work as well with your, with the punch. The trash is right below your feet, dude.
Yeah.
And you can stay and help me, or you can be done. It's totally your call. You're done? Coming down? And, yep, candy on the floor. And he's off. Say bye to my friend Walt.
Oh, bye.
Bye. All right. Okay, so now I've got the floating circle. I love these craft note cards and envelopes. So I'm going to put it on here. And this is the one I did before with Walt's added stars. I really liked putting, come on friends. First of all, the legs are hilarious. I love the legs. But I'm going to do this one just a little bit different. I wanted to put the spider behind the circle. So I'm going to put my spider here. And then when I mount this circle, I'm going to put it right there. So you can see the spider hanging down from the circle. And then here's my cute witch's hat, which I can really put anywhere. And then I have my Happy Halloween. The Happy Halloween, there's no words in this set. I used the Happy Halloween from my paper pumpkin because this paper pumpkin's so cute. The other thing I can do, let's do this. I really like her legs. So I may put her hat here with her legs coming down and put the Happy Halloween. I'm going to mix it up just a little bit, friends. The thing about these bold stamps, and when I say bold, it's a solid I like to really make sure my ink's on here good, so I will sometimes turn it over because I want my boots to be black. So I want to make sure I get it inked really well. So I'm going to turn it over. I'm going to put my boots down here. I'm going to hold it there just a minute because I'm working with a craft paper. I just want to make sure that sticks really well. Okay, there we go. Now, that might not be as solid as what I want it to be. Sometimes I use a Stamparatus and go over it several times. Because I like my Wink of Stella, I can also go over it with a Wink of Stella, and then she has patent leather black boots, and it kind of fills it in and blends it a little bit so that my black boots look more solid. Can you see that? I can zoom this in here. That'll help. It might not help. Sometimes I think it just gets blurrier when you zoom it in. Sometimes I just need to hold it up and show it to you. That's making it more solid. So see, now I have shiny, beautiful black boots. And because I want to use these colors, because I like these colors, and I don't want it to bleed through the back, I'm going to use a Stampin' Right marker. And this is just Granny Apple. So I used a Granny Apple green, and then I'm going to use a gorgeous grape for her buckle. I have an event in a couple of weeks, and I've been looking at black boots, trying to decide, I mean, do I really need another pair of black boots? But I looked at some yesterday that were really cute, and they had a big buckle on them. Okay, so now I like it. Here's my floating that I still want to come right there. Yes, the Stamparatus is a game changer. No kidding. And then the hat is going to cover the boots. Let me show you how I made the hat, because it wasn't hard. I'd used several of the hats. I liked this one. I put all the little pearls in it. Somebody's going to really like me that gets that. This one, I put those polished gems in it. Dude, you can't see it. In my head you could see it, but I have to look up at the camera. It's got such cute sparkle. So for this one, I'm using my Memento. And this is the Gorgeous Grape. It just stamps so nice. Again, the elf hats are so cute. It doesn't just stamp out the hat. It does some stars, a band. And then I'm going to use the Fresh Freesia. Close this and move it. If I would turn my camera and you would see this pile of Halloween stuff over here, because my daughter's here from St. Louis with two of her kids, one of her good friends that was actually in her wedding is coming into town with her new baby from California. So Kayla came over to see the baby and hang out, and we decided to do Halloween treats. Okay, so here we go. Now I have 2 hats, 2 bands, and stars a little bit of everywhere. So I took my paper snips, and I decided I wanted to add this spider web to the other hat. And so I'm going to cut out the spider web. So we've been Halloweening. We had orange pancakes for breakfast. We've been super busy. They leave tomorrow to go back for Halloween parties, but until then we're going to Halloween it up as much as we can. Okay, so I just laid that right over the top. If it doesn't line up, this one lined up better than the other one, I can go in and just trim this off the edge to the black line, just so it looks like it fits together a little bit better. And I did this one the opposite on purpose so you could see the two difference. I love the sparkle black band, but you can put whatever color you want. On the curve, if you started at one end, you can kind of gather it a little bit and get it to curve by just smashing it down, and it fits in that curve. And then we can add a little Winkostella, which is always a game changer. And now I have two sparkly witch hats with spider webs. Aren't they cute? So to put this on, it's so quiet upstairs it kind of frightens me when you have a house full of children and it gets quiet. So I just put glue dots behind where the washi tape is. And you can do this, it's called a floating something, I don't know. We could make up a name. But I like it. You can see it with designer series paper, regular cardstock, whatever works. I just wanted it to cover up my spider. And sometimes you use this with, you can even dimensional it up. I'm going to dimensional my hat. I don't know which hat do I like better. Maybe this one. But I'm going to do it again. I'm definitely going to show it at camp because I like the technique. I like using window sheet for interesting things. Right, there we go. And of course we have to add some polished gems because they're beautiful. Teresa, did your daughter get the birthday card I sent? It was a little late, but I did send one. Ooh, I want a gem on my floating part too. I love these polished gems. They just make me happy. I feel like I'm Walt decorating the card. And then these stars come from my paper pumpkin. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. You have a great day. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. Oh, let's scoot this back a little bit. I forgot I'm still so close. There we go. Look at these. Cute set. Fun little Halloween things. Have a great Halloween. There you go. All right. I'll see you next week. I'll be back. It'll be quieter at my house, maybe. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one. Bye.